Both quarter-finalists from Group D at the Arab Cup could be known after this match tonight at Stadium 974 in Qatar. Well, there's a distinct chill in the air tonight in Doha, 21 degrees centigrade, but the wind is reasonably strong. However, Egyptian hearts will be warm if they can get the win that would take them through to the last 8 of the 2021 FIFA Arab Cup. As they take on their neighbours from Sudan, these two countries who share a border and share one of the most famous rivers in the world, the River Nile. But both had different fortunes in their opening Group D matches. Egypt with a win to kick off their Arab Cup campaign, beating Lebanon by 1-0. Sudan losing heavily, though, to Algeria by 4-0. So Sudan know that anything less than a win for them tonight would almost certainly see them eliminated from the group come the end of the group stage. And remember, we still have one match day to go in Group D. That is on Tuesday in 3 days' time. Well, that's the stadium we're at, Stadium 974. It was previously known as the Ras Abu Aboud Stadium. It's got a capacity of 40,000 and we're right on the waterfront. 974 being the number of recycled shipping containers that have been used to construct this stadium. And 974, coincidentally, is also the international dialing code for Qatar. In the background there, you can see the rest of the city of Doha lit up in the night sky. It is just gone 10 to 7 in the evening, local time in this part of the world. Well, it has to be said there are a lot of Egyptian supporters who have made the journey to Doha to cheer on their team. Will they be seeing their team record a second successive win? Sudan have less supporters here, though. They'll be hoping to put one over their next-door neighbours. And these two teams will actually meet again in the near future in January. That is the group as it stands. Algeria with 6 points. They beat Lebanon by 2-0 earlier today. So if Egypt win tonight, it's pretty simple. They go through. If Egypt draw tonight, well, they are reasonably certain to go through, but not assured of a place in the last 8. So the players then wait in the dressing room area as the flags from FIFA come out and the national flags of both countries are revealed out on the pitch to huge acclaim from the supporters inside the stadium. The stadium which is staging its 3rd match here at the FIFA Arab Cup. 6 matches to be held here altogether in this tournament. One more than that will be held here next year at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. And after that, this stadium will be dismantled and recycled, used again in all sorts of different parts of the world. Conga from New Zealand is our referee. Egypt know a win over their neighbours Sudan will see them through to the quarter-finals at the FIFA Arab Cup. Sudan are without a victory in their last 7 internationals, though, while Egypt haven't lost a match in the calendar year 2021. Two countries who had different fortunes in their opening Group D matches. Sudan losing to Algeria, Egypt beating Lebanon. Team news, and there are plenty of changes made by both head coaches. Coming up in just a moment after the two national anthems. Five changes for Sudan from the team that started the 4-0 defeat to Algeria 3 days ago, including 2 in defence, Ahmed Abrahim and Samuel Mahani coming in. Abwala Abdallah, Al-Zuli Hussein and Salahaddin Adil will play just behind Mohamed Abdelrahim, who saw his penalty against Algeria saved. Sudan know that defeat tonight will see them eliminated from the FIFA Arab Cup with 1 match still to play. So after the heavy loss to Algeria, coach Hubert Velou will be looking for an improved performance from his team tonight. Matt Conga is our referee this evening. And after the toss, the two captains will hold a hashtag. FIFA, in partnership with the World Health Organization, the Qatar Ministry of Public Health and the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy,
aim to support the campaign, to support requests for governments to work on equal access to vaccines, tests and treatments. Kevin Blom is our video assistant referee tonight. Five changes also for Egypt as they aim for the victory to secure their quarter-final place. Ayman Ashraf and Omar Kamal starting in defence. And there's a trio of new faces in attacking roles. Ahmed Rafit, Hussein Faisal and Zizo all start, which means the scorer of the only goal in their 1-0 victory over Lebanon, Mohamed Afshar, is among the substitutes. Marwan Hamdi continues to lead the forward line. Egypt expected to again adopt 4-2-3-1. Hubert Velou, the 62-year-old Frenchman in charge of Sudan. In the opposite technical area, Carlos Queiroz, the 68-year-old Portuguese coach. Second win at the FIFA Arab Cup would see Egypt claiming a quarter-final place along with Algeria from this group. Defeat for Sudan would confirm their exit after the group stage, even with one match to play. Egypt tonight in their change colours. They're in the white shirts with black shorts. Sudan in the all red. And this will almost feel like a home match for Egypt this evening. There are many Egyptian supporters inside the Stadium 974 in Doha in Qatar to cheer their team on at the 2021 FIFA Arab Cup. Early touch for Ahmed Hegazi, who was a late call-up into the Egyptian squad. Was down on the official formation that Hegazi would be playing in midfield, which did seem a little odd since he's a long-established international defender. Touch back here from Ashraf. El Soler. Egypt, you fancy, will be content just to keep possession for the opening few minutes, settle down into the rhythm of the match. Sudan desperate to avoid another heavy defeat after the 4-0 loss to Algeria last time out. Marwan Hamdi leading the Egyptian attack. Amir Kamal there might have a busy time along with his defensive colleagues this evening. These two countries who will meet again in January at the Africa Cup of Nations, being placed in the same group with Nigeria and Guinea-Bissau. That's a free kick just outside the penalty area. In a promising position for Egypt. Foul here on Marwan Hamdi. So who will fancy this free kick? Ahmed Rafit is the player who has placed it. Maximum concentration needed from Ali Aboushran and the Sudanese defenders. Matt Konga just making sure that the Sudan wall stays back the required distance. As you can see, they're going for the player lying down under the wall, which presumably means that all four men involved are going to jump. Rafit with a long, hard stare at where he wants to place this ball. Rafit to strike, and against the bar. Rafit again! Oh, what a volley! Amazing start for Egypt. Ahmed Rafit on as a substitute in the first match, starting tonight, and starts it in some style. Well, his first free kick was pretty special. Just a fraction too high, but what about that? The first time, left-footed volley. Ali Abaroshren couldn't get anywhere near it. Absolutely astonishing. Beyond the reach of the goalkeeper. And it's Sudan 0, Egypt 1. Well, that may well be a goal that is played again and again. Ahmed Rafit with it. Hamdi trying to win the ball there for Egypt. Such a blow for Sudan. Looking for a good start to tonight's game. But it smiles on the faces of the many Egyptian supporters who are inside the stadium. A large number of them are congregated behind the goal that Egypt are attacking in this first half, and they rose as one to acclaim that shot from Rafit. Algeria already through from this group, having beaten Lebanon 2-0 earlier today. 6 points out of 6 for them. Run forward from Yazir. And if it stays this way, Egypt will join them. There will be no way back for either Lebanon or Sudan. A rueful look on the face of Hubert Velou, former Togo coach. He's coached extensively in France and also in Morocco, Algeria, Congo, Tunisia. Like many coaches who work in this region of the world, a well-travelled working life. Forward from Ashraf. Won by Kamal. This is Zizou. Amir Kamal. Egyptian supporters adopting the hand clap that we first saw during the 2016 European Championship finals, the so-called Icelandic hand clap. Egypt totally in control in terms of possession, and with that early goal, just to settle any nerves that there may have been. Turn from El Soler. Won by Salahadin. And that's a lovely ball forward. Egypt might get caught at the back here. The cross was just a little too long. And eventually cleared away to safety by Kamal. Couldn't be met by Mohamed. Throw from Faris. Picked up here by Amir. Easily away by Hegazi. Well won back though by Abwallah. This is Nasreddin. I'm going to go all the way back though. Sudan, who don't have the best of recent records, there without a victory in their last 7 internationals. Calendar year 2021 has been a good one, though, for Egypt. 10 internationals before this one. 7 wins and 3 draws in those 10 matches for the Egyptian national side. Worked all the way back by Nasruddin. Salahadi. Five goals conceded now by Sudan, none scored. That's a foul by Ahmed Fatou. Fatou, the left back from Zamalek. So a chance for Sudan to send the central defenders forward, to add their presence to the attacking options, to try and get on the end of this free kick. Half a dozen in red in the penalty area. Well, that could have been awkward there as Faris Abdallah stooped to head that ball. Can't keep it in play though from the return pass from Salahadin. Amro El Salah. This is Hamdi. Fatou. Hamdi. Ghazi will pick up. Now with Al Ittihad in nearby Saudi Arabia, Ahmed Hagazi, having moved from the English Premier League side West Bromwich Albion. Although, of course, they're now not in the Premier League, in the English Championship, the second tier. Soler. All wonderfully taken down by Omar Kamal. Referee points to the spot. Penalty kick. There's Kamal making the run into the area, and was he caught then by Abwala Abdallah? Little bit of holding, clear to see. And Matt Conga pointed straight to the penalty spot. A chance then for Zizou. To double Egypt's lead. It's Zizou up against Ali Aboshren. Zizou to make it 2-0. And he's done so. Emphatically struck. Zizou doubles Egypt's lead, and Sudan, this early in the match, are facing a real mountain to get back into it. Well struck, beyond the goalkeeper. Aboshren goes the right way. Can't get any contact on the ball. It's the second goal for Egypt, and the quarter-finals are calling. Zizou will strike it again, gathered this time by Abrushrut. Well, there's not really a lot that the goalkeeper could have done about either goal, but he was able to get behind this shot from Zizou. If you have just joined us, you've missed a terrific start, certainly as far as Egypt are concerned. A brilliant opener from Ahmed Rafid, and then Zizou with the penalty. And Egypt really look as though they're going for goals galore tonight, and they almost get a third. Denied there, Abu Shren, keeping out that effort from Marwan Hamdi, who must surely have thought that that was going to be goal number 3. Good reaction save from the keeper to keep Hamdi out. Ashraf plays it back. Hegazi. Zizou. Faris Abdallah. Almost caught in possession there, the left back. Omar Kamal with the throw. And he was fouled for the penalty, away by Nasr al-Din. Well, what does he do? They're celebrating. I remember being in Cairo on the day of the 2006 Africa Cup of Nations final, which Egypt won on penalties, and the whole city that night seemed to pour onto the streets in celebration. It'll be a repeat of that if Egypt could go all the way at this 2021 FIFA Arab Cup. It's not even their strongest available squad, or the European-based players not available, as they will be for the Africa Cup of Nations next year. And there are domestic commitments on the continental stage for several players as well. So Egypt by no means at full strength. One thinks particularly of the European players like Mohamed Salah of Liverpool. Turned by Ahmed. A little bit of hesitation there from Abu Shren. Taken down in midfield by Abwala. Abwala Adil lays it forward. Taken by Mohamed, but he couldn't keep hold of it. Good interception from Faris. And Faris is now out of position. Can Egypt exploit it down this near side? Kamal. This time no way through. Good covering back from Azuli Hussein. Here's the captain, Amro El Soler. Hamdi. Played back by Ashraf. Egypt free kick. Fell on Ayman Ashraf. One of the players in this squad who was also in the squad at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. Egypt hoping to go all the way and reach this next World Cup in Qatar. Zizou. Well, he's got a taste for goal now. That's a couple of long-range efforts from him after that penalty. Referee not happy with a white towel that had been put in the back of the Sudan goal. Now's been moved by Aboshren. El Soler. Ashraf. Gathered by Aboshren. Amir. It's a foul by Zizou. Bundling over, Amir Kamal. A good defender who's got just a couple of goals for Sudan in over 60 appearances for them. Amir. One back by Hamdi. Couldn't keep possession for his team though. Sudan looking to break through the middle, away by Hegazi. Zizou couldn't get there. Turned out to Kamal. Away by Samawal. Ashraf. Zizou. El Soler. Kamal. Easily taken from Faisal by Aboshren. Not the best of balls coming in there from Hussein Faisal. Sudan, who had to come through qualifying to reach this Arab Cup finals tournament. They beat Libya by 1-0 in June. Mohamed Abdurrahman with the goal for them. It secured their place at this tournament. Tied it up by Ahmed Fato. Hegazi. Zizou. Sudan almost playing a 5-4-1 formation when Egypt have the ball, which they've had a lot. Just over 2/3 of possession so far in the opening half of the first half for Egypt. Hegazi's ball forward. Aboshren. He's the captain, Nasreddin. Salahadin. Sudan get the throw. Well, it must be a little feeling at the back of Sudanese minds that they've already lost 4-0 in this tournament to Algeria in their opening match and 2-0 down. Still with 3/4 of the game to be played. Is it going to be another heavy defeat for them? Hamdi. Mahmoud Hamdi lays it out wide. Fatur. Oh, lovely run made through the middle by Ayman Ashraf. Ashraf's ball across, and it came off him last of all. Referee initially pointed for a corner kick, which looked to be incorrect, and very quickly changed his mind upon the advice of his assistants. Ashraf. Chance here if he can take it down now for Hassan Faisal. Faisal! Again, another good save from Abu Shren. Egypt have to settle for a corner. It could have been so much more. Lovely ball over the top, and it was just a question of could Faisal get the shot away. Abu Shren again to the rescue for Sudan. Played back by Rafi. Ashraf. Al-Saleh, Hegazi. Fatur. Fatur turns away from Yazir. Well, there was nothing subtle about that challenge from Yazir Mozamil. And it gets the first yellow card of the night. Perhaps a touch of frustration here from Yazir. Caution then for Sudan. That's actually their first caution of the Arab Cup tournament. Nobody was booked in the defeat to Algeria. None of the starting 11 for Egypt were booked in their opening match, so none of the Egyptians in danger of a suspension for their final group game against Algeria, which, as it stands, is going to determine who finishes first and who finishes second in Group D. It's a lovely ball forward over the top. Mohamed just beaten to it by Al-Sanawi. Egypt have a player down. Al-Sanawi will gather it. The goalkeeper who played at the FIFA Club World Cup earlier this year in Qatar for Al Ahly. Also played at the 2018 FIFA World Cup, the goalkeeper. Change of boots for Zizou. Now the problem here is for Ahmed Rafid. That the challenge. Oh, what a wonderful goal he scored to get those Egyptian supporters up on their feet early in this match. Absolutely superb volley. To give them what they desperately wanted, a cushion to build on, and they've built on it with the penalty from Zizou. So we'll start play with a drop ball. Hegazi. Rafik is back on. Hegazi. El Saleh. Hegazi has captained Egypt on occasions, the central defender. Not today. And El Saleh, the skipper. Nicely worked out wide by Hamdi. Ashraf. El Saleh. Kamal. Able to work it across, cleared away for the corner by Faris Abdallah. No other option really for the Sudanese defender. Knew that there was a player in behind him, hoping to turn it in from close range. Hegazi is up from the back to join that quintet of Egyptian players all around the penalty spot. Everyone except one back for Sudan. Away by Faris. Not too far though. Lovely turn from Fatur, and he's still going here, Fatur, and turned in for a third goal, Mahmoud Hamdi. The defender making it 3. Brilliant, determined play to get that back into the middle. And Hamdi was there. He might actually have mishit that shot, but it helped it to go past Abu Shren. But excellent work all round from Egypt there. Sudan 0, Egypt 3. And it's looking more and more as though Group D, in terms of who will go through to the quarter-finals, is already done and dusted. It stays this way. It will be Egypt and Algeria going through. They will meet in the final round of matches to determine who finishes first and who finishes second. And Sudan will be playing for pride against Lebanon, as both would look for their first points of this FIFA Arab Cup. Long way to go, but at this stage, even the most ardent of Sudan supporters would surely concede that it is a long, long way back for their team. Nasreddin. Playing for Mohamed, but it was far too strong for him to get on the end of. Well, there's the view from our helicopter high above Stadium 974. Here come Egypt again with Kamal. Mohamed has tracked back with him. Now Egypt have somebody down, and it's Hazan Faisal who will require attention from the medical team. This is the goal again. It's wonderful work here. 2 defenders, 3 defenders beaten before the ball was played across. And although the goalkeeper got fingertips to it, it's jubilation for Egypt. That's what football's all about. The reaction of that young man there. And it's smiles all around for Egypt and their supporters. Mahmoud Hamdi's only previous goal for Egypt came just over a year ago in November of last year in a qualifying match for the Africa Cup of Nations against Togo. Now he's got another for his country. Picked up by Zizou. El Soler. Rafik. Oh, it just wouldn't drop there for Marwan Hamdi. I think he was expecting that to be cleared by Faris Abdallah. And just let that ball elude him. Otherwise, we might have been looking at a fourth Egyptian goal there. Away by Hamdi. Good interception, and here comes Sudan. Can they find a way back? Azuli Hussein cannot do so. Just for a moment there was a glimpse of an opening for Sudan, but now they're forced back. Away by Faris. Cleared by Nasr al-Din. And there was the ball forward, so it was an offside. Hegazi. Zizou. Mohamed. Nasr al-Din. Faris. Sudan throw. Faris with it. Mohamed Abdul Rahim looking to take Egypt a little by surprise there, and they've got another throw. Forward by Ahmed. That looked offside, and indeed it is, against Azuli Hussein. Well, it's the first half that it's been an arduous one for Sudan. If they could get a goal back before half-time, it would give them a considerable boost. Ashraf. Rafik. Just too high there for Faisal. It's a free kick right under the nose of the referee, given away by El Salah. But again, Ali Abo Ashren getting to the ball first. And he had to as well. Moen Hamdi coming in to challenge him. Hamdi, who will surely fancy his chances of getting on the goal-scoring sheet tonight. And it's Hamdi who puts in the challenge here on Ahmed. That results in a corner. Taken already. Sudan with plenty back. Well, it's been an excellent opening 40 minutes for Carlos Queiroz and Egypt. Won by Faris. Weight of numbers told there, it was 3 against 1. Amro Al-Saleh comes away with it. Ashraf. Egypt have another player down, and again it's Ahmed Rafid. He's had a interesting first half, wonderful goal, but 2 spells now where he's had to require treatment from the medical team. This is how it all started for him. In the very early stages of this match. Look how he strikes the free kick with his right foot. Crashes against the bar, and as it's turned back to him, the volley is with the other foot, his left boot. It's a brilliant goal. That is certainly one of the contenders for goal of the tournament so far at this FIFA Arab Cup. Well, you can see what he's alleging there with the gesture. Amro El Salah, as the Egyptian captain, entitled to speak to the referee. You have to wonder whether they'll be thinking of making plenty of changes around the hour mark just to rest some of the key players ahead of forthcoming matches. Maybe give some of the players who haven't made an appearance yet for Egypt a little bit of game time. Here comes Kamal. Obstruction from the fullback. Cut it out is the message from the New Zealand official. Nicely worked forward by Salahadin, but it couldn't be kept in by Yazir Mozamil on that far side. What on earth does he say to his team at half-time? Hubert Velo. It's 3-0 down. Haven't really looked like finding a way back. They haven't had a single shot worthy of recording by the statisticians so far. No shots, therefore no shots on target. An easy night so far for Mohamed Al-Sarawi in the Egyptian goal. Fatou. No way through for him. Oh, there's a problem here for both players as they challenged it for that ball. Ashraf is down for Egypt. And it's Yazir who went flying through the air for Sudan. Oh, that's a painful one for Ayman Ashraf. We are almost certainly going to have quite a lengthy period of additional time at the end of this first half. Medical teams have been on quite a number of times in this opening 44th minutes. Now, there is a VAR check, as you can see, for a possible red card. And presumably that is against Yazir. And the referee's coming across to look at the monitor. So the VAR official, Kevin Blom from the Netherlands, has advised his colleague to come across to look at the monitor here. And it could get even worse now for Sudan. Notwithstanding the fact that Yazir is already on a yellow card, so this might be a straight red. But even if it's a second yellow, he'd be off. Now, what is Matt Conga going to decide here? Oh dear. It's not looking good for Sudan. Out comes the red card. Straight red for Yassir Mozamil. Didn't look good, the challenge. There it is. Looks even worse in slow motion, doesn't it? Three goals down, Sudan, and now one man down. They're going to have to play the rest of this match with 10, which presumably means they're either going to play a 5-3-1 formation or a 4-4-1. Minimum of 5 minutes additional time, and that 5 minutes has really only just got underway. El Soleil. Agazi. Kamal. El Soleil. Agazi. Zizou. El Soleil. Kamal. He's got the beating of the defenders on this near side. This time, though, Azuli doesn't give away the free kick, as he did do in the incident that led to the early penalty for Egypt. Can't keep hold of it. Has moved to the right side of midfield, which means that Salahuddin Adil would appear to be the main central striker, although you might argue that Sudan are playing either a 5-4 formation or a 4-5 with nobody up front. El Soleil. Zizou. Comes offside against Kamal. Main target for Egypt, get to half-time without conceding. Keep this healthy lead, go into the second half, 3 goals to the good. The chip ball forward from Ashraf. Marwan Hamdi. Excellent sliding challenge to take it away from him. Foul on Abwala. Zizo. Abwala loses out. Will be gathered here by Amir. Tidied by Ahmed. Well, it's been a first half that Egypt have totally dominated. 3 goals, Ahmed Rafiq, Zizo with a penalty, Mahmoud Hamdi, and Sudan having had Yazir Mozamil sent off. An eventful opening 45 minutes. It's going totally the way of Egypt. And at half-time, it is Sudan 0, Egypt 3.
يعطيك العافية كابتن. يعني بهذه النتيجة، بهذا الطرد، بنتيجة 3 في الشوط الأول، ماذا نتوقع في غرف تغيير الملابس قبيل الشوط الثاني؟
وبالنسبة لنا هيكون الشوط صعب جدا، الشوط الثاني نسبة للمعطيات الموجودة في الشوط الأول زي ما شفنا، واللي هي أصلا اصطحبتها ظروف. يعني نحن نتكلم بعد المباراة إن شاء الله عن الظروف اللي صاحبت المباراة والاستعداد للمباراة بأشياء كانت تنظيمية، كان فيها مشكلة كبيرة جدا عندنا في الفندق قبل المباراة. يعني بحجر اللاعبين لمدة تقريبا 12 أو 14 ساعة داخل غرفهم بدون ما يتناولوا وجباتهم، وأشياء كثيرة كانت تنظيمية سيئة جدا وأثرت علينا نحن في المباراة. حتى المدرب الفني نتيجة يمكن ظهرت في آخر لحظة، وجاء المباراة متأخر مع بداية قبل صافة البداية ب 10 أو 12 دقيقة، لكن مباراة صعبة. حنسعى بكل الإمكانيات إنه نحن نعمل بعض التعديلات على أساس إنه نقدر نصمد باقي 45 دقيقة ونقدر نقدم فيها إن شاء الله شوط يعني يليق إن شاء الله بالبطولة.
شكرا.
The numbers don't make happy reading for Sudan. They haven't had a single shot in the first half. Egypt with 6 shots on target, 3 of them going in, and that red card late on for Yazir. Not a good half for Sudan at all. Both teams knew coming into this Group D match that their fates could be decided after it. Egypt were hoping for a good start, as they knew victory would take them through to the quarter-finals and eliminate Sudan, and they got exactly that. Ahmed Rafiq with a wonderful volley after his free kick had struck the crossbar. The free kick with the right foot, the volley with the left. A brilliant goal. 1-0 then to Egypt early on. And it wasn't long before they got the chance to get a second goal. Omar Kamal fouled in the penalty area. And Zizou, one of 5 changes to the Egyptian side, was the man who stepped up to take the penalty kick and placed it firmly past Ali Aboushren. Egypt 2-0 ahead. And it continued to be one-way traffic for the majority of the first half. Egypt seemingly attacking almost at will. And they got a third goal here. Terrific play to set up Mahmoud Hamdi in the middle for his second international goal. And Egypt's third of the night. At this stage, it was looking very ominous indeed for Sudan. Egypt were totally on top. And but for Ali Aboushren, Egypt might have had more than the 3 goals that they got in the opening 45 minutes. And Sudan will play out the rest of the match with 10 men. A straight red card for Yazia Mozamil for that challenge there after the referee had a look at the VAR monitor. It's going to be an uphill struggle for Sudan to get anything from this match, but it is looking very good indeed for Egypt. The quarter-finals are calling for them as they lead by 3-0.
العافية يا كابتن. يعني
أهلا بيك.
الأمور مثالية بالنسبة للشوط الأول ب3 أهداف، سيطرة واضحة، هناك حالة طرد للمنتخب السوداني. تبدو الأمور مريحة قبيل الشوط الثاني في هذه المواجهة. ما هي التحضيرات للشوط الثاني، وباعتبار أنه مباراة قمة خلينا نقول بعد ذلك في مع الجزائر؟
طبعا احنا يعني من اهم المميزات اللي مستر كارلوس طلبها ان احنا نحترم الخصم بشكل كويس حتى لو في فروقات في المستوى. احنا كان عندنا انذارات وعندنا فرق يومين بس على المباراة، وعندنا مباراة مهمة جدا مع الجزائر المفروض كمان يوم 7. فكل الحاجات دي في الحسابات الفنية، لكن أهم حساب فني بالنسبة لنا كان إن إحنا نقدم عرض كويس ونكسب المباراة عشان نتأهل بشكل مرضي لينا وللعيبة بشكل كويس. المباراة الأولى لعبنا كرة كويسة، ولعبنا كرة فيها رياكشنات وضغط كويس، بس غاب عنا التهديف، كان في عدم توفيق في الأهداف. الحمد لله الشوط الأولاني بعتقد إن شوط مرضي بالنسبة لنا، لأنه في أداء كويس جدا، كرة جميلة فيها من ناحية ضغط وناحية تناقل الكرة ثم إحراز الأهداف. فدايما إحراز الأهداف بتكمل لك الشكل الجمالي بتاع الأداء بتاعك، وده يمكن احنا انتقدنا فيه في المباراة الأولى أمام لبنان رغم وجود الشكل الكويس والالتزام، لكن إحراز الأهداف كان قليل، عشان كده ما اكتملتش الصورة. لكن أنا أتمنى إنه الشوط والمباراة تكمل ونزود عدد الأهداف بشكل أكتر كمان.
شكرا، كل التوفيق.
أشكرك.
Half-time change then for Sudan. Ahmed Adam is the man coming on. Defender, 27 years of age. And that is as a direct result of the dismissal of Yazir Mozamil at the end of the first half. Egypt looking very comfortable indeed. 3-0 up after a first half that they had almost total control of. Sudan 3 goals down and 1 man down as well. Yazir Mozamil sent off near the end of the first half. So the change then. Bazoli Hussein replaced by Ahmed Adam. If you have just joined us, Egypt are in their change colours tonight. They're in white shirts and black shorts. Will they make the most of their one-man advantage in the second 45 minutes? I wonder what he said at half-time. The coach, Hubert Velou. Challenge that led to the problem for Salahuddin Adil. Egypt, who will be through to the quarter-finals if they hold on to this advantage. Join Algeria as the 2 qualifiers from Group D in this FIFA Arab Cup. At what stage does Carlos Queiroz start to make a few changes to rest a few players ahead of what will be a group decider if it stays this way against Algeria on Tuesday? Hamdi. Zizou lays it out wide. Higazi. El Soleh. Too many in the middle to make the cross. That's a foul by Faris Abdallah. Well, he's made a number of excellent runs down the right-hand side. Omar Kamal. He it was who was fouled for the early penalty that saw Egypt get their second goal. They're looking for a fourth goal here. Hamdi is there, the number 15, the central defender, also there. His central defensive partner, Higazi. Faisal waiting, El Soler also in the middle. Sudan with everybody back. Away by the head of Faris. Abu Shren right behind the shot. Could be argued with quite a lot of justification that the goalkeeper, despite conceding 3 goals, has arguably been Sudan's standout player so far. Worked out wide by Abwala. No way through for the newly introduced substitute, Ahmed Adam. Corner then for Sudan, their first corner of the match. They've yet to have a shot. And having got one corner, they get another. At last, something to cheer about for the Sudanese supporters, who are predominantly housed just above where this corner is being taken from. Egypt will clear. Zizou. And Zizou again. Oh, wild challenge from Faris Abdallah. Caution for the fullback. Zizou sent tumbling through the air. El Soleh. Ashraf. On this near side, but not used this time. Higazi. Almost able to work that one through. Back comes Fatou. Egypt's extra man will surely tell at some stage in this second half. Rafi has taken that too far. A nasty-looking collision with the advertising hoardings there for the scorer of Egypt's first goal. Helped on his way by Ahmed Ibrahim. Hamdi. Fatou. Rafi. Goal kick. Despite the claims from Ayman Ashraf that it should have been a corner. Sudan have qualified for next month's Africa Cup of Nations, having not done so since 2012. They've missed the last 4 tournaments of the Cup of Nations. And they will be hoping that they can put on a better show in terms of results than they have so far at this FIFA Arab Cup. 7 goals conceded now. none scored. Referee plays advantage. But now has halted play. Oh, it's going to be a second yellow card. Faris Abdallah is sent off. And Sudan are down to 9. There's the challenge. Late. And having just been booked, Faris Abdallah gets a second caution. Well, they could argue all they like, but the referee unable to call upon VAR because it's not a direct red card incident. And it's certainly not a case of mistaken identity. Well, he was tempted there to let play continue. Matt Conga from New Zealand. And it may well have been that when play had come to a halt, we would have seen exactly what we're seeing now. Faris Abdallah leaving the field of play. So how do Sudan cope now with 9 players on the pitch? Surely a case of just trying to keep things to a respectable scoreline. Here comes Egypt again. Mohamed can't get there for Sudan. Both players sent off. Yazir and Faris will now be suspended for Sudan's final group match against Lebanon on Tuesday. Rafi. Fatour, Rafi. Fatour. Nicely played. Shot deflected behind for a corner. Ashraf finding his effort blocked there by Ahmed. Corner taken short. Fatour. Zizou with the header. Fatour. Drives it across towards Higazi. Zizou. El Saleh. Ashraf. Fatour. Rafit. Fatour. It's another corner. Comes off Abwala. Rafit drives it high. Save from the goalkeeper. Turned in. Hussein Faisal makes it 4. Well, you have to feel a little sorry for Alubabu Shren because he made an excellent stop to keep the initial effort out. But Hussein Faisal was in the right place at the right time. Really good stop. Faisal following it up. And the pressure of defending with just 9 players on the pitch has told against Sudan. Faisal then makes it 4-0. And in the immediate aftermath of that goal, Mohamed Abdelrahim is withdrawn by Sudan. And on will come on Mohamed Ahmed, who plays for Al Hilal. So the main striker withdrawn, and another defender coming on. Here's the goal, once more. Header in from Marwan Hamdi, who may very well be wondering exactly how he didn't get on the score sheet himself. Abu Shren with the very good stop, and everything's going very nicely indeed for Egypt. There is a concern though for Egypt, because a man is being taken off on the stretcher. Looks like Zizou, who is coming off. Double change for Egypt. Mohamed Afsha, who scored the goal that beat Lebanon in their first game. There he is on the right, the number 22. And also coming on, Mustafa Fati. And it will be Zizou, who is the man who's been carried off on the stretcher, who is going to be replaced. First of all, Mustafa Fati comes on, plays for Zamalek, started the first game. And also on then, Mohamed Afsha from Al Ahly. Scored in the final of the CAF Champions League against the Kaiser Chiefs as Al Ahly won the continental title again for the second successive year. One thing that any coach doesn't want when your team is winning convincingly are injuries, but happy to report that Zizou is off the stretcher and is actually making his way around the edge of the pitch back towards the Egyptian technical area. So Afshar on, Fati on. El Saleh. Fati gets his first involvement. Can't keep it in play though. Well, for Sudan, this next half an hour or so is going to feel like wading through treacle. Fatou's okay. Wide by El Saleh, followed by Afshar. Fati's made the run forward. Fati with a little header down. Couldn't find Hamdi. So Ashraf has dropped into the central defensive position, vacated by Mahmoud Hamdi, following his withdrawal. Egypt here. caught there, wasn't he, by the studs in the face. Amro El Soler. Well, they're enjoying their night. Sudan most certainly are not. Another change for them. One is going to come. Atia El Taya. Very much a right-sided player. That could be quite nasty, actually, for El Soler. Should be taking any chances. Nasruddin, you can see there he's just taken off his captain's armband, which would seem to indicate that he knows he's coming off in just a moment or so's time. And indeed it is him who is being replaced. Nasruddin Omar is off. Atia El Taya is on in his place. Four down, 2 men down. Surely no way back for Sudan, who are just going to try and keep Egypt at bay and prevent them from recording a large number of goals. Fatour. Afshar. We'll be back in this region in February for the FIFA Club World Cup, as will many of his teammates with Al Ahly. Tournament to be staged in the United Arab Emirates. Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, is here. It's the 10th edition of the Arab Cup, but it's the first to be played under the auspices of FIFA. El Soler is back on the pitch, having received treatment. Rafi. Lovely wide ball to find Kamal. Hegazi. Away by El Taya. There's a challenge there that's left an Egyptian player down. It's a corner kick. There might well have been a blow in the face. Captaincy being taken over by Amir Kamal for Sudan. And there's the arm across the face of Mustafa Fatih. Certainly felt the effects of that. Corner then to be taken for Egypt by Ayman Ashraf. Something a little different rather than the conventional delivery. Not the best of finishes at all, though, from Omar Kamal. What was that all about, is the question from the coach. Taken down by Salahadin. Sudan can't keep hold of it, though. Adam gets it away. By Samawal. Sudan free kick, and a little bit of respite from the almost constant pressure that Egypt are putting on their opponent's goal. Well, he's gone for goal from the free kick. Samuel Mahani. Remains to be seen whether the official statisticians will count that as a shot on goal, because if they do, it will be Sudan's first of the match. Rafi. Hamdi. I think Marwan Hamdi will be a little annoyed with himself for not having scored. He's still got plenty of time to do so, but as the main striker, he will feel that against only 8 outfield players in red, he should be finding the back of the net at some stage. Goalkeeper thought about coming for it, decided against it, and instead it's headed behind by Mohamed Ahmed. Rafi, Afshar, Rafi, Fatur looking to turn it back across goal and put over by Hamdi. See the striker just pulling back there to create the opportunity for the ball to be played into his path. Going to be another double change for Egypt in just a moment. Mohamed Sharif is going to come on, as is Osama Faisal. So it may well be that Marwan Hamdi is not going to get a goal as the main striker against the 9 men of Sudan. Faisal. Hagazi. Number 11 on his back is simply because he was very much a late call up into the Egyptian squad. Here comes Afshar. It's Afshar! Can't finish it. And follow up his goal against Lebanon, where he scored from the penalty spot with a goal from open play. It's going to be a triple substitution, in fact, from Egypt. That'll be something to keep the officials busy. Not quite yet. Also coming on will be Marwan Dawood. Ahmed. Look at that. They did count as a shot from Sudan. 15 shots from Egypt, just the one from Sudan. That looked offside. Flag has stayed down low. It's Marwan Hamdi, and now the flag is raised. It won't count. Well, he holds his arms out, but with the naked eye, it looked very much as though he was in an offside position, and indeed that replay confirms it. And you're not going to get a goal, Marwan Hamdi. Here comes the triple change then from Egypt. Ahmed Rafid, who scored the opening goal, is also coming off. New man on there, Osama Faisal. There's Mohamed Sharif. top scorer in the CAF Champions League with 6 goals. He was the top scorer in the Egyptian Premier League last season. And there's the third man coming on, Marwan Dawood. Ball forward over the top, looking for the newly introduced Dawood. And he gets a corner. Coming in on the left-hand side, the man who plays for NP, 24 years of age. Plenty forward in the penalty area, hoping to get on the end of it for Egypt. It's a chase out for Ashraf. Fatih. El Soler. Dawood. Trifle ambitious from that range. Ghazi. Fatih trying to find a way through, but he gave away the free kick, and he is going to receive a yellow card. Caution then for Mustafa Fatih. Team coming on for Sudan. Remember, Sudan have played the whole of this second half with 10 men, and most of the second half with 9. Following the dismissal of Yazir at the end of the first half, and Faris Abdallah for 2 yellow cards early in the second half. Fatih kept going here, but crashed right into the defender there, Ahmed Ibrahim. And he knew what was coming from the referee. Kamal. Afshar. Underneath it is Ashraf. Hegazi. Anywhere will do as far as Sudan are concerned. Whacked away by Ahmed Ibrahim. Man down is Salahuddin Adil. Caught in a tangle there with Hegazi. Bevelu is being spoken to by the referee, presumably for something that he might have said. It's been a hugely frustrating night for Sudan. A 4-0 defeat to Algeria, and now 4-0 down against Egypt rather. Ball played forward, it's number 5, headed in by the recently introduced Mohamed Sharif, but the flag is up and it won't count. And for the second time in quick succession, Egypt thought they'd got a goal, but not so. There's the ball forward. Sharif with the final touch. It is just being checked by the VAR officials, who've had a busy evening tonight. Must be a close one, because they're certainly having a look from a couple of angles here. Mohamed Sharif thought he'd scored, and he has. 5-0. There's the celebration from Sharif. He's only been on a matter of minutes. Let's have another look. Getting to the ball ahead of Aboushren. Faintest of touches from the substitute. And that is onside. Took some deciding though, but as long as the right decision is made. Here come Egypt again, Dawood. Sudan will have to pick themselves up for the game against Lebanon in 3 days' time, which will determine who finishes third and who finishes fourth in this group. Group D at the FIFA Arab Cup. But Egypt are going through, together with Algeria. Ahmed Hegazi. Hegazi trying to weave his way through, trying to get his name on the score sheet. Played a cross goal, but it went out. Couple more Sudan substitutions to be made, just reinforcements, really. There's the goal again. Nice header. Has he got the faintest of nods to it from Sharif. Baladin Kadir and Dia Mawoub are about to come on for Sudan. There they are. Both of them started the opening game against Algeria. Both of them will finish the second match against Egypt. So off comes Salahadin Adil. Can't blame him for trudging off. It's been a long and exhausting night for Sudan. And also coming off is Samuel Mehani. reinforcements arrive for Sudan, but they're sadly lacking in numbers following the 2 red cards. The end of this match surely can't come soon enough for Sudan. Egypt looking to play it forward again with Ashraf. It was close to number 6, Osama Faisal. Coming off his chest. Oh, it's actually a header. Be interesting to get his thoughts post-match. Hubert Velou. Still just the 1 shot from Sudan and no attempts on target from them. Egypt coming forward yet again. Faisal wins a corner. 9th corner for Egypt. Taken short, Kamal. Corner count into double figures now for Egypt. Put behind by Abwala. Fatih's corner can't get past the first defender. Al-Sanawi in the Egyptian goal won't have had many more comfortable nights, if any. Sharif. Good block in the middle. Neatly done by the recently introduced Diar Mawoub to turn away from potential trouble. Ghazi. And again. Work wide to Mawen Dawood. Forward by Afshar, looking to turn it back into the path of his teammate. El Salah. Neatly floated, set up for a lovely shot on goal. Faisal denied by the goalkeeper, and Egypt still can't find a way past. Well, Abu Shren has made some very good saves tonight. This the latest. Unselfish header back from Faisal. It's a goal kick, not a free kick. right into the face there of Marwan Dawood, who certainly felt the full impact of it. Soler. Kamal. Fatih. Kamal. Faisal just ahead of him. So frustrating for Sudan. Backs to the wall job for them for virtually all of this second half. Cross pulled back, chance for the shot on goal, and again Faisal is denied by Abu Shren. Dawood. Dia. No way to get it away from their own penalty area for Sudan. El Soler. Hegazi. Might be lining up a shot there, certainly thought about it. Faisal went for it, just a touch too high for him. Here's that shot just a moment or so ago from Hussein Faisal. Egypt breaking forward at pace. Couldn't be kept in play by Sharif. You can see him pointing to where he wanted that ball to be played. First touch, though, took it away from him. Abwala. Abwala's ball forward. Altaya. Here comes Sudan now with Ahmed. Mohamed Ahmed. Caught by Marwan Dawood. Minimum of 5 minutes additional time to be played then. And we're into those 5 minutes now. Sudan might as well send a few bodies forward and hope to get on the end of this free kick from Altaya. Can they get their first goal of this FIFA Arab Cup? Altaya. Now it's a question of whether Sudan have got enough bodies back. Only 3 defenders in the way of Egypt progressing forward. Fatih. Dawood. Fatih. Hegazi. Went wide by Faisal. Corner. Came off Ahmed Adam. From the industrious Omar Kamal on that right-hand side for Egypt. Faisal. El Soler. Taken down by Sama Faisal, offside. It's the number 10 at the bottom of your picture. Number 19, rather. comes Osama Faiza. Not going to find a way past Ahmed Ibrahim, though. Not happy, is he? Half cleared away by Sudan, and now it is. So when the final whistle is blown in a couple of minutes' time, it will signal that Egypt have joined Algeria as qualifiers from Group D at this FIFA Arab Cup. The two will meet on Tuesday to determine who finishes first and second in the group. And Sudan will face Lebanon to decide who finishes in third and fourth places. Not kept in play on that far side. Ahmed Rafit with the first goal for the Pharaohs. Zizou with a penalty, making it 2-0. Mohamed Hamdi with the third. Sudan, at the close of the first half, having Yazir sent off, a straight red. He'd been booked anyway, so it might well have been a second yellow as well, had it not been an offence that was deemed serious enough to be a straight red. And then when Faris Abdallah was sent off for two quickly received yellow cards early in the second half, it was all over for Sudan. Hussein Faisal and Mohamed Sharif getting further goals for Egypt. And the Egyptian supporters are about to acclaim a victory for their side over their neighbours. And a place in the quarter-finals. El Salam. Goalkeeper again then, this time denies Osama Faisal. They can't believe it. Ali Aboshren, despite conceding 5 goals, has had an excellent game in goal for Sudan. It's a comprehensive victory for Egypt. They are through to the last 8 of the 2021 FIFA Arab Cup. It was hard on Sudan when they lost one man to a red card, but when they had a second man sent off, the job became almost impossible. Sudan 0, Egypt 5.
Je vais essayer. Lui, il comprend. Lui, il comprend.
Hard luck, coach, in Arabic. I will ask in English. I will ask in English and he will answer in French.
يلا بس قول لي بس.
هسأل المدرب بعد الخسارتين و9 أهداف خروج من البطولة إلى أي مدى سيؤثر على مستقبله مع المنتخب السوداني؟
Avec l'équipe nationale du Soudan, avec les 2 défaites sorties de l'EFDA, avec le défi.
On a joué 2 gros adversaires plus forts que nous. Aujourd'hui, c'est très difficile. À 8, c'est impossible de jouer. On a manqué de maîtrise.
Ton futur avec l'équipe nationale.
Je sais pas. Je sais pas.
معروف قال لك في النهايه نحن كانت صعبه جدا بالنسبه لنا نلعب ضد 8 لعيبه نلعب ضدهم، يعني صعبه جدا بالنسبه لنا نلعب، ولعبنا ضد خصمين كبيرين شديد جدا جدا.
شكرا. ثانك يو.
أحمد ألف مبروك. الفوز طبعا كبير أمام منتخب السودان، ولكن يعني بالتأكيد كان ثمرة حالة من التركيز وتعليمات مشددة من المدير الفني بالضغط منذ بداية اللقاء.
حقيقي احنا كنا مركزين ان احنا لازم نكسب النهارده واعلى نتيجه ممكنه، والحمد لله ده اللي حصل. بدانا في اول ماتش سجلنا جول بدري، وبعد كده جبنا الثاني والثالث، فالحمد لله يعني شبه موتنا الماتش من الشوط الاول. دخلنا الشوط الثاني طبعا الطردين كانوا في صالحنا جدا، وخلاص بدانا نبقى بنكنترول الجيم طول الوقت لحد ما قدرنا نجيب جول رابع وخامس، وكان ممكن نجيب سادس وسابع، كان في فرص كتير الشوط الثاني، لكن الحمد لله في الاخر احنا كسبنا وبنتيجه كبيره، وده كان المهم. الحمد لله.
مباراة والأخرى تحدث حالة من الانسجام بدأت واضحة اليوم من خلال على العناصر الجديدة، بدأ أن يكون هناك حالة من انسجام بينها وبين العناصر الأخرى.
ده حقيقي وطبيعي، يعني لازم انت عارف احنا الناس لسه في ناس كتير قوي اول مره تلعب مع بعض، الموضوع مش سهل، انت بتحاول تفهم شويه في التمرين شويه في الماتش، فعلى قد ما بنقدر بنحاول نجمع وبنشوف برضو فكر الراجل، بنحاول يعني نبقى قادرين نكوب معاه باكتر شكل ممكن بسرعه، فالحمد لله ده بيحصل مع الوقت، والحمد لله في الاخر بنقدر نكسب، وده مهم يعني. الحمد لله.
هدف اكثر من رائع، ما فكرتش مرتين، اخذت القرار لحظي.
هي كانت في الفاول الاول كان ممكن تخش، الحمد لله جت في العارضه، بعد كده ردت، فحاولت ان انا اشوف بسرعه، والحمد لله ربنا وفق والكره راحت في مكان كويس، فالحمد لله كنا مركزين ان احنا نكسب، والحمد لله، واهم حاجه ان الناس مشيت مبسوطه وكسبنا نتيجه كبيره، وهم ده اللي هم عايزينه واحنا عارفين كده، فالحمد لله ده اللي حصل في الاخر.
مبروك.
الله يبارك فيك. شكرا.
تعال.
Egypt winning them by 5 goals to 0. Look at that, 25 shots, 14 of them on target. Sudan without a single attempt on target, but that of course can be excused, losing 2 men to red cards and ending the match with just 9 players. With Algeria having beaten Lebanon earlier in the day to move on to 6 points, Egypt knew that victory against Sudan would also see them through to the quarter-finals, and they got this Group D match off to a perfect start with a perfect goal from Ahmed Rafit after his initial free kick had crashed against the crossbar. It wasn't long before Egypt had the opportunity to get a second goal. Omar Kamal fouled in the penalty area, and Zizou stepped up to fire the ball past Ali Aboushred. Two 0 then to Egypt. We hadn't even played quarter of an hour at this stage. And it got even better for Egypt when they scored a third. Mahmoud Hamdi making it 3-0. The defender staying forward from a corner and able to turn it in. As we were heading towards half-time, that was a straight red card for Yazir, and Sudan were down to 10 men. And then they were down to 9. A second yellow card for Faris Abdallah. That was the first, that was the second. They came in quick successions. And Sudan, 3-0 behind, were now down to 9 players. And despite the best efforts of Ali Aboushran, Egypt got a 4th goal. Hussein Faisal turning it in from close range, following up after Marwan Hamdi's header had been well saved by the goalkeeper. Egypt on their way to the quarter-finals, and they got a 5th goal, Mohamed Sharif. Initially it was ruled offside, but after VAR had a look at it, it was decided that he was just onside. So Egypt through to the quarter-finals then, and Sudan will have to face Lebanon to see who finishes 3rd and 4th in this group. Egypt winning by 5 goals to 0. And just confirmation of Group D, Algeria through, Egypt through. They will meet on Tuesday in a match to decide who finishes 1st and who finishes 2nd in Group D.
هارد لك كابتن، مباراتان و9 أهداف تلقيتم وخروج من هذه البطولة، ما هي الأسباب بوجهة نظري؟
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. دي كرة القدم كده يعني ما في أسباب معينة بيقولوا عليها، فبنقول الحمد لله على كل حال. ربنا أراد كده إنه نحن نتقبل 3 أهداف 4 أهداف في المباراة الأولى و5 أهداف في المباراة الثانية. غالبا دي كلها سوء طالع، زي ما شايفين إنه ظروف طاردين مننا في نفرين في المباراة الثانية. فدي كلها ظروف يعني بتخلي الزول، بتخلي التيم انه يفقد او يتقبل اهداف كثيره. نقول الحمد لله على كل حال.
يعني بعد هذا الخروج من البطوله المواجهه القادمه امام لبنان، لماذا تعد الجماهير السودانيه؟
لا ان شاء الله بنعد الجماهير بانه نبيض وجه السودان ان شاء الله، وعلى الاقل نقدم لهم الانتصار هديه، بغض النظر عن انه المباراتين اللي فاتت كانت نتيجتها شنو، لكن ان شاء الله نشد حيلنا في المباراه الجايه ونقدمها هديه للسودان ونبيض وجه السودان على الاقل ان شاء الله.
كل الشكر، بالتوفيق.
شكرا.
So we've had 5 goals at Stadium 974. Unfortunately for Sudan, all 5 of them were scored by Egypt. So they go through to the quarter-finals. Sudan's Arab Cup exploits will come to an end after their final group game against Lebanon on Tuesday. 9 goals conceded now by Sudan, but they did end this match with just 9 men. It was a bit of a one-sided encounter, but Egypt go through, winning it by 5 goals to 0.